affluents of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from the Steel City. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Here we go, huh?
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup.
Rip, 23.
Second down and 8.
Here we go, huh?
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Red on red.
They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Silver.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll air one out for Palmer. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll run to the former 7th round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Here we go, here we go.
Second and 7.
Hut.
He'll drop to throw. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick.
Ryan.
It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike.
Hey,
I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Silver.
They'll go again with Williams. And some good blocking, springing him. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
Lisa, 24. Here we go, huh?
Now here's Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. He just couldn't.
And this is blocked. He gets free. Inside the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Hey, go gold! Go gold! It's hot!
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
On red.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Red.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. A throw there on 2nd down, gonna be incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Hey, there goes the hot.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
All right, let's go. There goes the hot.
Throwing is Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped, this was not a great look for that play call. And
red on red.
You can see the end result.
3rd and long.
Silver.
To throw is Lawrence. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go, son.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yardage.
Set!
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Giants.
Ready?
A give here to Pacheco. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this.
Ready?
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Ready? Hot, hot.
Lowered back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Ready, set.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
He'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he will have a Giants first down as they move the chains on 3rd down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Ready up.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion, Lion. It's hot.
Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Hey, easy. Ralph, Ralph. Ralph, Ralph. Ready.
They go play action for Lawrence. And that'll be batted down and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Slot receiver headed right.
Here goes the hot.
To throw is Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 6.
Hut.
Back to throw. He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check that, street. Ready?
They'll turn and hand this one off. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Hut.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, go gold! Go gold! Here we go, sir.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
On red.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Here we go, sir.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Silver.
He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
All right, let's go.
2nd and 11.
Here we go, sir.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ready, break! 23.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Fred on red. Silver.
Now it's Williams. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A chance here to draw level before the break.
Here we go, son.
It's 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Come on, set, go!
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Hiking 18!
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation.
Here we go.
And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Down! Check, go!
They'll look to throw again. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On the ready.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
And that one not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And the score remains tied at 7.
Ready?
They'll come up here. 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion! It's hot.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Red.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and
Please,
now it's
24.
3rd and long.
Here we go, hot.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
So, 1 touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Set. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one taken in by Hyatt. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line.
Set it. Hot.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
As they try to run it here. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. And now, it's 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead, and it just doesn't work out.
Hey, go gold! Go gold!
On first down, Lawrence. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
On red. Here we go,
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Hey!
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
Ready, set!
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Set! Ready!
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Let's go! Check, go!
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Ready up!
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Open man downfield. That's Neighbors.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
The Giants sending out their punter, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. Silver.
His drive will start on the ground. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Tyler Newbin is there for the stop. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look
Okay,
at the
ready?
injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Rib 23. It's hot.
Second down, Lawrence. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. Oh, big hole left side. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. York now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Now, faking the give. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Set.
Third down and 9. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Red on red. Silver.
They go play action for Lawrence. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
Lion!
Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
It's hot.
Lawrence now on second down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Ralph!
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Red.
Throwing is Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Check, go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He has Hyatt complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Go, Chap! Go, Chap! Down! Ready?
A handoff to Pacheco. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Set! Ready?
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Downfield, that's Hyatt. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
Okay, break! Ready? Go!
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Lisa 24. Here we go.
Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Hey, go, gold! Go, gold! Here we go.
Here's a handoff to Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
On red.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Williams.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. 3rd and 5.
All right, let's go. Silver.
Here's Lawrence. That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end. 11 yards on the pass there. That's a Steeler first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Deonte Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
Red on red. Silver.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, run. Here we go, son.
On the give, it's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Ready?
2nd and 7.
It's hot.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They motion the slot man left.
Red.
They're going to go jet sweep on 3rd down. The offense is out there. 4th and inches.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Here we go, son.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Steelers' first down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know
Lisa,
when the run
24.
game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, go.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Second down and 3.
On red. There goes a hunt.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Hey, hey, Silver.
To throw is Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now 4th down. So a pressure kick here for Cade York. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long.
Come on,
you give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
That's taken in by Shakir. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
All right, let's go.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
There's a hot.
A kneel down here from Lawrence, and that should wrap things up.
Rip, 23. 11, 11.
So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the 3 rivers in Pittsburgh.